Archangel Michael said, "I broke heaven's rules to bring you this. You weren't supposed to see it yet, but God said show them now. I broke heaven's rules to bring you this." These are not words spoken lightly. They come as a thunderclap, shattering silence, shaking the walls of the unseen realm, and echoing across the chambers of your spirit. Archangel Michael does not descend without reason, and tonight, in this sacred hour, he moves beyond the ordinances of heaven to place before you what was hidden. It is the midnight watch, the seventh watch of the soul, the crossing point between the days of man and the calendar of God. This is not ordinary time. This is a hinge of eternity where seasons shift, destinies unlock, and decrees are sealed. Understand this. Heaven's order is precise, its timings are perfect, and its messengers do not step outside their assignments. But this moment carries such urgency that protocol itself was bent. What should have been revealed later has been brought forward now. It is not for the multitude, not for the casual, not for those who wander unguarded in spirit. This word comes with weight, and only those with ears to hear will discern its fire. You are standing at a threshold, and the next step you take will either break you or birth you. Michael comes not only as warrior, but as protector, as guardian of your destiny, and as witness to your struggle. His voice carries both the authority of heaven and the tenderness of one who has defended your life in unseen battles. This message is not comfortable, but it is necessary. Some will tremble at its sharpness. Others will weep in relief, because they will finally understand what has been stirring in the shadows of their nights. You must enter this word with reverence. Still your heart. Silence your surroundings. Fast from distraction and open the deepest chamber of your spirit. Only then will you receive what has been delivered at such cost. For in this prophetic journey, you will hear warnings. You will be cloaked in protection. You will be activated for battle, and you will witness the reversal of what has oppressed you. This is not coincidence. This is appointment. This is heaven's breach for you. Type "I am chosen" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1122 is now activated. Hear me now, for the heavens are not silent. This moment is not casual, and these words are not ordinary. We call upon the throne of the Almighty. We summon the hosts of light. We acknowledge the cloud of witnesses watching this very moment, and we invoke the presence of Archangel Michael, heaven's defender, the guardian of Israel, and the breaker of chains. He has crossed the threshold to speak, and we must incline our ears with trembling reverence. Before the sun rises, before the first bird sings its song, before the final hour of this week is sealed, something must be spoken into your spirit. It is not for tomorrow. It is not for later. It is for now. The decree has gone forth, and the urgency cannot be delayed. Within the next hours, within the closing of this cycle, what you hear will shift your posture for the days ahead. See it in your spirit. Michael, clothed in blazing armor, wings spanning the horizon, sword drawn with fire that has cut through principalities for generations. He stands at the veil, and with one deliberate act, he breaches heaven's order. Light bursts through the unseen fabric as he descends. This is no small thing, for heaven's messengers are bound by laws higher than man. But today, the law of mercy overrides the law of order, and God himself has commanded, "Reveal it now. Show them what was hidden." deliver what was delayed. Why? Because the pressure has mounted, the warfare has intensified, the cries of the chosen have risen, and the season has shifted. Heaven has heard the prayers whispered at midnight, the tears shed in silence, the groans too deep for words. And now the answer has been released. This is not coincidence. It is divine interruption. Do not take these words lightly. This is not a casual prophecy to soothe restless ears. It is a sacred disclosure, selective and sharp. If your heart is heavy, sit with this. If your spirit trembles, remain. But if you resist, if you mock, if you treat this as common, step back, for not all are ready to carry what is being unveiled. Listen, for the refrain will echo through your spirit. You were not supposed to see it. Yet heaven insisted. This is the phrase that will haunt you, strengthen you, and prepare you, for it is the sign that the veil has been pulled back prematurely for your sake. Heaven insisted, because time is shorter than you thought. The hour is nearer than you imagined, and your place in the unfolding story cannot be delayed another moment. So still yourself now. Breathe deeply. Quiet the noise around you. Close the door if you must. This word demands your undivided attention. For the King has spoken, the angel has obeyed, and the heavens have bent their rules to bring you this revelation. The hour is upon you. The moment is holy. Receive it. Type Amen to get blessings 1414. There is a stirring in the unseen, and though your eyes may not catch it, your spirit has already felt the tremor. Subtle betrayals have moved like shadows across familiar paths. Perhaps it was the whisper of a trusted voice that shifted in tone when your name was spoken. Perhaps it was the glance exchanged behind your back, or the door left slightly ajar when you thought it was sealed. These are not accidents. These are signals. And your spirit knows it. In the natural, everything may appear unchanged. Friends still smile, family still gather, colleagues still laugh. But beneath the surface, intent is shifting. The ordinary is cloaking the extraordinary, and the familiar is disguising the unfamiliar. There are those who walk beside you outwardly, yet inwardly their motives are strange. Their words sound warm, but their energy chills. Their hands extend to greet you, but their grip falters, their touch betraying unease. You have noticed it. You have felt it. A handshake that should comfort instead leaves you unsettled. A silence at the table feels heavier than words. These are not coincidences. They are indicators of a spiritual disruption. Even your dreams have borne witness. Nights that once carried peace now feel like battlefields. You wake with unrest you cannot explain. Tears fall without reason. A heaviness lingers in your chest though nothing visible has happened. It is because your spirit is discerning what your eyes have not yet seen. Heaven is alerting you that betrayal hides in plain sight, and that the exposure of it will soon come. Do not be quick to name names, for the full revelation has not yet been given. The whispers you sense are fragments, not the whole. They know something, but not everything. They see parts of your story, but not the full script God has written. And because they do not understand the weight of your calling, they underestimate the hand that shields you. Let this mystery sit for now. Do not rush to resolve it. What is concealed will be revealed in its appointed time, and when it does, the light will be undeniable. So examine yourself first. What stirs in your heart when you sense these disruptions? Is it jealousy, doubt, sudden sorrow, or unexplained anger? These emotions are not merely random. They are alarms in the spirit, warning you that the atmosphere around you has shifted. Do not dismiss them. Do not drown them. Listen carefully, for your soul is signaling what heaven is preparing to unveil. For now, the questions remain: who, why, when? But this is deliberate. Heaven leaves them unanswered so that you stay awake, so that you lean in closer, so that you watch with vigilance. The revelation will come, but not before you are postured to receive it with strength rather than fear. And so the mystery lingers. The silence grows heavy. The atmosphere thickens. But know this: heaven has already broken its own rule to warn you, and what has been whispered in the dark will soon be shouted from the rooftops. Type "I am guarded" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1717 is now surrounding you. Beloved, this word carries weight because it is not entertainment, it is impartation. Every message spoken here is a seed sown into hearts across the nations, and when you support, you are not fueling a platform. You are fueling a harvest of souls. The word says, "He who sows generously will also reap generously," and today, your giving becomes a prophetic act. I invite you. Let your yes echo in heaven. When you release a seed through Super Thanks, through membership, or through the PayPal link in the description, you are partnering with the angelic assignments tied to this message. This is not about a donation. This is about opening the windows of heaven for yourself and for others. And as you give, may your seed speak louder than your struggle, and may divine oil pour upon your household. Step into this moment, act now, and watch what heaven releases in response. Do not be deceived. What you are facing is not merely human. It may appear as disagreements, misunderstandings, or the coldness of another's actions, but beneath it all, there is a battlefield unseen. You are not wrestling against flesh and blood, but against powers, against principalities, against rulers of darkness that conspire to weary your soul. When your friend shifts without warning, when your family wounds you without explanation, when your workplace becomes a furnace of pressure, remember, it is not them. It is the testing of destiny, the refining fire of the Almighty, allowed so that your faith may be proven stronger than gold. Lift your vision higher, child of light. See the field stretched before you. Angels are stationed at the corners, marking out territory. Accusing spirits rise to speak against you, but they are overruled by the Judge of heaven. There are dossiers in the spirit with your name written on them, evidence collected by the enemy, yet each charge collapses under the weight of the blood that was shed for you. This is not abandonment. This is trial by fire, and heaven itself watches to see how you stand. Understand why the target is on your back. It is not because you are weak. It is because you are rising. It is not because you are overlooked. It is because you are chosen. Those who remain in obscurity rarely draw opposition, but those who stand at the brink of elevation always stir resistance. Hell fights hardest at the edge of promotion. Demons gather fiercest when the anointing is about to overflow. And if you are being pressed now, it is because heaven has whispered your name into a higher place, and the enemy trembles at what that means. So hear me well. Do not let your reaction feed the plan of darkness. When you panic, you empower the lie. When you lash out, you bind yourself to the very trap laid for you. But when you remain still, when you stay in prayer, when you discern instead of retaliate, the schemes unravel. The enemy expects you to break, to complain, to collapse under the pressure. But if you anchor yourself in God's sovereignty, you will see the tables turn. Remember, even Jesus himself was betrayed not by strangers, but by one close to him. Even Joseph was thrown into the pit not by outsiders, but by his own brothers. This is the pattern of destiny. Opposition comes from near places because it must shape your endurance and prove your obedience. If you are betrayed, it is not because you are forsaken. It is because you are marked. Therefore, take courage. Do not count conflict as a curse, but as confirmation. For you would not be targeted unless you carried something heaven values and hell fears. The weight you feel is evidence of your significance. The pain you carry is proof of your calling. And the fire you are in is only preparing you to walk out unburned, carrying glory that cannot be denied. So stand. Watch. Pray. Refuse to lower yourself to the tactics of your accusers. Your silence will speak louder than their noise. Your obedience will dismantle their plots. And your endurance will testify before heaven that you are ready for the mantle being placed upon you. This is not the end of you. This is the proving of you. And when the proving is complete, the victory will bear your name. Type "I am anointed" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 2233 is now activated. There is a stirring in the atmosphere, a shifting beneath the surface, a plotting that has been set in motion. Hear me clearly. Someone, somewhere, is aligning their steps even now to move against you. What you feel in your spirit, that tightness in your chest, that sudden unrest in your soul, is not your imagination. It is heaven's alert. Something is preparing to break open, and you must not be caught unready. The Spirit of the Lord whispers of a timeline, a holy countdown. Within hours, within days, before this week seals, you will see signs that a door has moved. It may come as a sudden request. It may come as an unexpected meeting. It may be a document placed in your hand or a conversation that unsettles your heart. The plotters believe they move in secrecy, but heaven has already exposed their intent. And though the full detail is not yet given, enough has been revealed for you to prepare your spirit. Do not dismiss the small signals. The sound you hear at night that pulls you awake. The email that appears without warning. The question that seems too pointed to be casual. The way someone lingers in silence when they used to fill the air with words. Each of these is a clue, a breadcrumb along the path of what is unfolding. Heaven does not give these signs to frighten you, but to alert you. You are not abandoned. You are forewarned. And yet, heaven withholds the whole picture. Why? Because if you knew every detail, you would obsess, you would worry, you would fight battles in your own strength. Heaven requires your vigilance, not your paranoia. Heaven asks for your prayer, not your panic. Heaven commands your readiness, not your reaction. The mystery is intentional, for in the space of not knowing, your faith is stretched and your trust is forged. So increase your guard in this hour. Double your prayer. Cleanse your space of distractions. Journal what you see and hear, for these records will soon confirm the hand of God moving on your behalf. Watch how people act around you, not only with their words, but with their silences. Do not confront rashly. Do not accuse without clarity. Stand still, but keep your lamp lit and your oil filled. For the pressure you feel now is not without purpose. It is pressing to surface the truth. It is squeezing to reveal what has been concealed. Soon the masks will slip. Soon the hidden agendas will stumble into the open. And when they do, you will not be caught off guard, because heaven has already whispered the warning into your soul. The move is coming, yes, but so is your deliverance. The plotters gather, yes, but so do the angels. The opposition sharpens its blade, yes, but heaven has drawn its sword first. And no weapon, though it is formed, shall prosper against the one who is sealed in the shadow of the Almighty. So take heed, chosen one. The warning has been spoken. The countdown has begun. Be watchful. Be prayerful. Be still. And when the moment comes, you will see with your own eyes that God was always ahead of the enemy. Type "I am guarded by heaven" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 4444 is now covering you. Now that the warning has been sounded, the question becomes, how shall you stand? The answer is not found in frantic movement, nor in desperate retaliation, but in holy stillness. The command from heaven is clear: be still. For when you cease your striving, heaven begins its warfare on your behalf. Stillness is not weakness. Stillness is not surrender. Stillness is strength, concealed, power contained, faith anchored in the certainty that God has already gone before you. Think of Israel at the Red Sea. Pharaoh's army thundered behind them. The waves rose before them, and the people panicked. But the word of the Lord came through Moses: stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. That command is the same for you now. Do not let fear drive your tongue. Do not let anger move your hands. Do not let anxiety dictate your steps. Instead, silence the noise. Create sacred space within and around you, for heaven is assembling an army in the unseen. Withdraw from gossip. Step away from the urge to defend yourself publicly. Do not waste your energy crafting arguments or rehearsing accusations. Every word you speak in haste becomes a rope the enemy seeks to twist around you. But every moment you remain silent, in obedience, becomes a sword placed in heaven's hand. This is why stillness is your greatest strategy in this hour, because while you wait, angels are moving, documents are shifting, hearts are being turned, and your case is being settled in heavenly courts. Pray not with panic, but with precision. Let your prayers be like arrows, simple, direct, and scriptural. Confess your weakness. Receive God's strength. Declare His promises aloud. And then rest, knowing that His word does not return void. Structure your prayer as a rhythm, confess, receive, declare. In this rhythm you will find both discipline and peace. Guard your body as you guard your spirit. Rest when you are weary. Hydrate when your strength feels drained. Fast not merely from food, but from impulsive reactions, from reckless posting, from late-night arguments that serve no purpose, but to drain your spirit further. Honor the temple of your body, for a weary vessel cannot carry the fire of clarity. As you remain still, practice one-line declarations. Speak them until they take root in your bones. Say, "My name is sealed. My path is guarded. My destiny is untouchable. My life is hidden in Christ." These words are not empty phrases, they are shields. Each declaration erects a barrier the enemy cannot cross. Each word becomes a wall, and within that wall, heaven fortifies your safety. Take this time not to act, but to observe. Journal what you see, for later these notes will be confirmation that heaven had your steps ordered all along. Watch for the subtleties, the way conversations shift, the way atmospheres change, and document them as evidence of God's hand at work. For the moment will come when you will look back and realize that while you were silent, the heavens were loud with activity on your behalf. So trust this: you are not unprotected. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. While you stand still, heaven moves swiftly. While you keep silent, heaven shouts for you. While you rest, heaven fights. Therefore, let your stillness be your strategy, your silence be your sword, and your patience be your proof that you believe the God who called you will also deliver you. Type "I am protected" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 5555 is now surrounding your life. The season of trembling is giving way to the season of rising. You have wept in silence. You have endured the trial. You have been still under heaven's command. But now, the Spirit declares a pivot. What was once the place of suffering will become the place of strengthening. The very fire that threatened to consume you will become the flame that forges your crown. The voice of heaven speaks now. What was pressing you is birthing you. What was breaking you is building you. See yourself not as a victim of betrayal, but as the victor of transformation. Every whispered rumor, every hidden agenda, every midnight tear has been gathered, not wasted. They have been woven into the tapestry of your testimony. Heaven has turned what was meant for harm into fuel for your anointing. You are not who they think you are. You are not who they said you were. You are becoming who God always intended you to be. Like wings unfurling after being bound, your strength is spreading in this very hour. You are rising out of the ashes of accusation, out of the pit of rejection, out of the furnace of fear. Weakness has not destroyed you. It has prepared you. Suffering has not silenced you. It has sharpened your voice. The pressure you endured is the womb of your authority. You stand now as one who knows the sting of betrayal yet carries the balm of healing. You stand as one who was overlooked but is now unshakably appointed. Take a stand in the Spirit. Even now, rise to your feet where you are. Declare aloud, "I am not broken. I am becoming. I am not abandoned. I am ascending. I am not defeated. I am destined. Let these words echo in your chest until the very atmosphere around you shifts. For as you declare, heaven records. As you speak, angels move. As you stand, chains fall. Expect small victories to mark this shift. A sudden clarity in your mind that sweeps away confusion. A phone call that carries unexpected favor. A quiet peace that settles in your heart like oil poured over wounds. Do not dismiss these small signs, for they are the first fruits of a greater harvest. Heaven is showing you that empowerment is not distant. It has begun. Do not carry yourself any longer as if you are bound. Lift your head, square your shoulders, and walk as one who has endured the refining and emerged as gold. You do not need to shout to prove your strength. Authority does not require aggression. True power flows in calm confidence, knowing that destiny cannot be denied. This is your posture now, not reactionary, not timid, but steady, unshakable, radiant. The enemy hoped you would drown in sorrow, but you will sail on strength. They thought your silence was defeat, but it was preparation. They thought their betrayal defined you, but it only refined you. Now you step forward, empowered, ignited, and crowned with purpose. This is not the end of your story. It is the awakening of your authority. Type "I am empowered" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 6161 is now active over you. Now hear the deeper mystery. All of this has not been random. The betrayals, the conflicts, the warnings, the silence, they have not come to break you, but to unlock you. This season has been orchestrated by the hand of God to bring forth gifts within you that could not be revealed in comfort. Heaven does not waste pain. Heaven does not allow fire without forging. Heaven does not permit breaking without building. What you are enduring is the divine strategy of transformation, designed to reveal what you carry and where you are headed. The revelation is this: you are in the threshold of activation. What you have been through has been the unlocking of spiritual gifts, the stirring of anointing, the opening of doors long shut. Every tear has been counted, every sigh has been recorded, every groan has been written into heaven's book as evidence of your faithfulness. And the verdict is clear: the breaking has become the making of your mantle. See the images heaven places before you now. Keys once stolen are being returned to your hands. Chains once binding your feet are being lifted and fashioned into crowns. Doors that were bolted shut are swinging wide before you. You thought you were losing, but you were being positioned. You thought you were forgotten, but you were being remembered. You thought you were silenced, but heaven was only waiting for the right moment to amplify your voice. This revelation is not distant, it is personal. Heaven knows your name. Heaven has tracked your journey. Heaven has recorded every night you lay awake and every day you pressed on when your strength was gone. Your tears have been gathered in bottles before the throne. Not one has fallen unnoticed. And now, heaven declares, it was necessary. It was not punishment, but preparation. It was not rejection, but redirection. It was not abandonment, but alignment. And the signs of this revelation will begin to manifest. You will see synchronization, events aligning with divine precision. You will hear confirmation, words spoken by trusted voices that echo what you already felt in your spirit. You will sense peace where chaos once reigned, an inner stillness that assures you the trial has not been wasted. These are not coincidences. They are the fingerprints of God proving His word is true. So receive this revelation with humility. Do not boast in the breakthrough. Bow in gratitude. Do not gloat in reversal. Walk in reverence. For what has been revealed is not only for your sake, but for those who will be touched through your testimony. You are stepping into an unfolding destiny, and with it comes responsibility. Carry it with faith, and it will multiply. Type "I receive revelation" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 3333 is now sealed over your spirit. Beloved, what you just received is not information. It is impartation. And as this revelation goes forth, more souls across the world are being awakened. When you choose to sow into this ministry through Super Thanks, through YouTube membership, or through the PayPal link in the description, you are not funding a voice. You are fueling the gospel's reach. This is the sowing of seed into fertile soil, and heaven promises the harvest will overflow. The Lord declares, "Give, and it shall be given unto you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over." This is not man's word. This is heaven's decree. And as you act in obedience, may your giving become a prophetic act that unlocks provision, oil, and open heavens over your life. Do not delay. Move now, and let your seed testify that you are part of this divine assignment. The time of waiting has reached its turning point. The silence has prepared you, the fire has refined you, and the revelation has awakened you. Now comes the call to act. Heaven does not awaken destiny only to leave it dormant. When the trumpet sounds, it summons movement. When the mantle falls, it demands obedience. This is your moment of activation, the unlocking of what has long been sealed, the stepping forth into what has long been delayed. Do not mistake this activation for mere emotion. It is not a fleeting feeling. It is a summons from the throne. Heaven is saying, "What I placed in you must now come forth." Every gift buried beneath fear must rise. Every vision delayed by doubt must breathe again. Every word silenced by betrayal must find its voice. For destiny cannot remain in hiding when the hour of unveiling has arrived. Take specific steps. Chosen one. Speak aloud the affirmations heaven has given you. Each declaration is a key turning in the lock of your future. Say, "I will rise. I will build. I will step into the fullness of my calling. I will walk unafraid into the places God opens for me." These are not empty phrases. They are decrees, and heaven responds to decrees. When you declare, the atmosphere shifts. When you declare, angels are dispatched. When you declare, the unseen aligns with the words spoken. But activation is more than words. It is also obedience. Heaven waits for your yes, and your yes must be seen in your actions. Fast briefly, even for a day, to align your spirit. Release what no longer serves you, whether through a letter, a prayer of forgiveness, or a decision to close an old chapter. Step boldly into new assignments that come your way. Apply for what you feared. Volunteer where you hesitated. Walk into the room you once avoided. For destiny responds to action, not hesitation. Heaven calls you now into covenant alignment. This is not just personal growth. It is partnership with the divine. Your yes gives heaven permission to accelerate your life. Your obedience triggers momentum. And when you say yes in the spirit, the earth responds with opportunities, connections, and doors that were once bolted shut. You not wait for another sign. The time is not next year, not in a distant season. It is now. Each day you delay, the enemy presses harder. But each day you obey, heaven pushes forward with unstoppable force. This activation is urgent, but not panic. It is holy urgency, a call that demands response without hesitation. And know this: acceleration follows obedience. Once you release your yes, once you take even the smallest step, you will see momentum. The pace of your life will shift. What once took months will take days. What once felt impossible will suddenly feel inevitable. Heaven will carry you faster than you imagine, because obedience always activates acceleration. So rise, chosen one. Declare with your lips. Move with your steps. Write it down. Speak it aloud. Live it out. Heaven is waiting, but it will not wait forever. This is your. Step into it and watch as destiny unfolds in ways you never dreamed possible. Type ISCYYS to Destiny in the comments if you received this message. Blessing code 8181 is now igniting your path. Even now, while you sit in silence, something is being transacted in realms your eyes cannot see. The earth is noisy, but heaven moves quietly. While men argue and conspire, angels gather around heavenly ledgers, recording names, balancing accounts, transferring what was withheld and releasing what was delayed. There is a silent exchange underway in the spirit realm, and your name is written in the midst of it. Picture it clearly. Angels stand at golden tables, scrolls unrolled, ink flowing like fire. What was stolen from you has not vanished. It has been held in storage, waiting for this hour. What was delayed has not been denied. It has been preserved, ready to be released in greater measure. There are negotiations happening in the unseen, heavenly advocates standing for you, while divine scribes record every detail of your endurance. This is why you felt the tension, why you endured the struggle, because while you waited, heaven was arranging a transfer. Do not think the nights of tears went unnoticed. While you wept, heaven recorded. While you questioned, heaven redeemed. While you groaned, angels carried your cries into the courts of God. In silence, an exchange was taking place. Your sorrow for joy, your mourning for dancing, your weakness for strength. You thought nothing was happening. You thought your prayers fell into emptiness. But in truth, each word was deposited, each tear was measured, each sigh was weighed, and the exchange was set in motion. Understand this mystery. The enemy may have reached to steal, but heaven is always ahead. What the adversary tried to withhold, heaven now returns in multiplied form. What was stolen from your hands will not come back as it left. It will come back refined. expanded, and dripping with oil. You will see it in resources. You will see it in relationships. You will see it in opportunities that feel like sudden doors, though they were written long ago. And there will be signs. Something you lost, an object, a memory, a connection, will unexpectedly return to you as confirmation. A message you did not anticipate will arrive, carrying favor. A public word of vindication will surface, proving you were not forgotten. Do not brush these signs away. They are the fingerprints of heaven's exchange being made visible. This silent transaction is holy. It is precise. It is unstoppable. Even as you listen now, angels are moving to deliver what has been reassigned to you. The scales are tipping, the ledgers are closing, and heaven is ensuring that nothing meant for you can remain locked away any longer. So rest in this truth. Nothing is truly lost when heaven is involved. The years the locusts devoured will be restored. The honor stripped from you will be renewed. The places you thought were wasted seasons will become the very soil of your greatest harvests. For the silent exchange is not a theory. It is happening now. And when it is complete, you will stand in awe, realizing that every silent night was an investment in this very hour of restoration. Type "I receive my divine exchange" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 9292 is now sealing your restoration. Hear the decree of heaven. Divine justice has already been set in motion. What was done against you in secret is being weighed in the scales of righteousness. Every whispered betrayal, every stolen opportunity, every false accusation has been carried into the courts of heaven, and the judge who sits on the throne has rendered his verdict. The gavel has fallen. The ruling has been made. And the ruling is this: what was meant for your harm will return upon the heads of those who schemed it, while you shall rise in restoration and multiplied favor. Do not misunderstand. This is not about vengeance in the way men imagine it. It is not about bitterness or fleshly retaliation. It is about the divine law that governs the universe. What is sown must be reaped. Those who sow deception will reap exposure. Those who sowed rejection will reap isolation. Those who sowed shame into your life will themselves be covered in the cloak they tried to place upon you. And you, chosen one, will walk out of the ashes clothed in garments of praise, crowned with dignity, and seated in a place of honor. This is the mystery of reversal. Where there was shame, there will be exaltation. Where there was loss, there will be multiplication. Where there was pain, there will be joy unspeakable. The very stone they rolled across your destiny will be rolled away, and the tomb they thought would hold you will testify instead of resurrection power. This is not poetic language, it is prophetic truth. The same God who reversed Joseph's pit into a palace, who reversed Esther's threat into a throne, who reversed the cross into a crown, that same God is at work in you now. But hear this warning. When the reversal comes, steward it with humility. Do not let pride take root, for pride will poison what heaven restores. Do not gloat when your enemies fall, for your victory is not about their downfall. It is about your destiny. Let gratitude be your garment. Let testimony be your language. Let reverence be your posture. For favor is safest in the hands of the humble. Prepare yourself to receive not only restoration, but responsibility. When the tables turn, when resources return, when relationships are mended, and when your name is cleared, you must handle what comes with wisdom. Speak truth, but do not speak spite. Share testimony, but do not seek revenge. Walk in light, for the reversal is meant to glorify God, not magnify man. Justice is not delayed, it is underway. Even now, situations are shifting in your favor. Even now, words once used against you are losing their power. Even now, those who opposed you are finding their strength unraveling. And you, yes, you, are about to rise, vindicated, elevated, and established by the hand of God. So rejoice, not in their downfall, but in your deliverance. Give thanks, not for their judgment, but for your restoration. And lift your voice in testimony, for soon you will see with your own eyes the divine reversal that heaven has promised. The scales are balanced. The tables are turning. The decree is sealed. Type divine reversal is mine in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 7474 is now declaring justice over your life. Beloved, you have heard the thunder of heaven's message. I broke heaven's rules to bring you this. These words are not echoes of the past, but the sound of the present, breaking into your life with divine urgency. Heaven bent its protocols for your sake, because the hour could not wait, the moment could not delay, and your destiny could not remain concealed. You were not supposed to see it yet, but God commanded it be revealed now. And because it has been revealed, your path is forever shifted. You have been warned of betrayal. You have been guarded in silence. You have been tested in fire. You have been empowered with revelation. And now, you are being sent into activation and reversal. This is the prophetic roadmap to protect you, to prepare you, to anoint you, and to propel you. What was once hidden has been shown, what was once delayed has been released, and what was once broken is now being rebuilt. So receive this final blessing. You are sealed by the Spirit, you are seen by heaven, and you are sent forth with authority. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. No tongue that rises in judgment shall prevail. You are rising, and the mark of heaven rests upon your life. Take a moment now. Breathe deeply. Bow your head, close your eyes, or lift your hands. Let this blessing saturate your being. I am chosen. I am covered. I am called. I am rising. Say it until it becomes the song of your soul. Let it be the seal on this prophetic session. And as you step forward, remember this final word to carry with you. Heaven did not break its rules for nothing. It broke them for you, because your time has come. Your name has been called, and your destiny has been activated. Go forth, sealed, seen, and sent. Type Amen. IT is sealed in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1010 is now resting upon you. Beloved, as we close this sacred message, let me speak this with clarity. This word was not given to entertain you, but to awaken you. And as heaven's light flows through this ministry, it reaches countless others who are waiting for their moment of reversal, their moment of activation. When you give through super thanks, through membership, or through the PayPal link in the description, you are sowing into that very awakening. You are releasing oil that will carry the word to the weary, light to the oppressed, and hope to the broken. The Lord declares, "Those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed." Your gift becomes a prophetic act, a seed that unlocks breakthrough for others and blessing for you. So do not wait. Let your seed speak now. Step into this moment and watch heaven multiply what you release.